It's just that screaming. But welcome to this quick little predictions video. I thought I'd just put something together. Now that we have our idea what chapter 20 is going to be about, if I can't believe I'm saying this today, is that our next chapter for chapter 20 is going to be a licensed chapter at that, and it's going to be a Resident Evil crossover. So I can't wait for the reveal May 25th of when it's going to take place, and then the chapter is going to be released sometime in June for this year. And this really caught me off guard just really quickly because when you watched the Resident Evil showcase from last night, you wouldn't even think you'd be talking about Resident Evil for as far as Dead by Daylight goes. But I'm gonna just talk about and share some of my possible predictions. And based on what I've seen from this trailer, I'm gonna go ahead and throw it out there as a possible map. I'm thinking we're gonna get Raccoon City Park or Raccoon Park from Resident Evil 3 Nemesis, which was originally a map that I played from the PS1 series, the original classic. I think we're gonna head back there, and from what you can see, of course Felix was the one that got hooked, because I mean, that's no way we didn't get to see our survivor or any sort of killer. Um, Felix got hooked outside, so I'm thinking Raccoon Park must be the map reveal. That was the teaser. The teaser that we saw last night, or at least from what they posted so far, must be a taste of what the map is going to be. So you can't get hooked, and it's not going to rain inside the Raccoon City Police Department. I think that could possibly be a map, but it wouldn't make sense. Rain indoors, so it's got to be the Raccoon Park from the PS1 classic, Resident Evil 3 Nemesis. So since this could possibly be a map from that game, Nemesis must be the killer, right? Nemesis could possibly be more than likely be the next killer for this chapter. And then I'm thinking the survivor, it would make the most sense to be Jill Valentine. So it might be Jill Valentine as the survivor, and then Nemesis as the new killer, and then Raccoon Park as an exclusive map to go with the chapter. But I know this most people kept on saying, well, no, we're not going to get any sort of map until all the other maps have been remade, and we already got a glimpse of from the PTV that they're already remaking the new Coleman Farm, one of another additional several maps that they have to make from the ground up and remake. But I could be wrong, but I just wanted to share. That's just what I can say as far as the map. And to be honest, I think when you think of Resident Evil, for you guys that love the series and have played the game and know of it, you can think that Mr.X could be another killer, another possible killer. Any killer could be fit, and it could go well with this chapter for Resident Evil. It doesn't have to be Nemesis. It doesn't even have to be Mr.X. It could be the Super Tyrant, and for all means, it could be Albert Wesker. They could do any sort of killer in regards to the Resident Evil chapter. So I'm curious to see what you guys think as far as predictions of who the killer could be for this chapter. Do you guys think it's going to be a map? What map would you guys like to see added? But any other possible maps I would say besides the raccoon part that makes the most sense from the teaser, since it's outdoors and it's raining, and it rained in from what I remember from the classic. So um, outside of that, I would like to see Raccoon City Police Department if they do make it happen. Um, I'm not sure where else, and then maybe the mansion. Those are just three. Those are the two most iconic places or areas that they could probably do. The mansion from Resident Evil, and then they can do maybe the Raccoon City Police Department. And then just from the teaser, from what I saw, I'm thinking it's got to be Raccoon Park. So those are three map possibilities. And then I just shared some of my killers of who I think could be in the game. Now let's talk about the survivors really quickly. Now it doesn't have to be Joe Valentine. They could do Leon. They can add two. How about two survivors for this chapter for a change? I mean, that's if they want to, because we don't usually get one. But we don't even know what we're gonna get. Cause see how they did with Evil Dead. Ashley Williams was only a survivor that we got from the chapter for the Evil Dead crossover. And then look at Scream, or you could say Ghostface. from the Scream movies. We only got Ghostface from him. We didn't even get Sydney as a survivor, the the main target from all the Scream movies. You would think they would have probably added her in the game by now, or at least to go with the Ghostface chapter. You see what I'm saying? So you don't know. We don't know. It could be just an individual survivor. It could be only just a killer. We might even just get both of them. Maybe an additional one for a combo, like Leon and Claire. They can do Chris and Jill with Wesker to be added into it. It's just so many different possibilities. But for survivors, it's definitely probably got to be Leon, Claire, Jill, Chris, and maybe somebody else. But I couldn't even really be able to think of anybody else that could probably be in the game. But we'll probably get some survivor cosmetics to maybe look like those different characters with the hairstyle, like a Claire cosmetic, a Chris Redfield outfit, just a Stars outfit. And you could just imagine in the next trailer, just real quick, Nemesis saying stars. It would be super cool to see that. So I'm leaning more towards Nemesis being the killer for the game for this next upcoming chapter. But you guys can share your ideas in the comments if you want to. Who you think might be the survivor, map possibilities, and maybe some characters that you would like to see. But I definitely think this new chapter deserves a new map, if anything.